All right, MINIWHIPS squad. This is our first live. This is our first live on the MINIWHIPS channel. We finally got granted access. Thank you, YouTube. We are in the middle of filming a YouTube video right now, installing the Electron Co. Little Bit Light, I guess you would call it. Little Light. We're installing the Electron Co. light onto the Pro Spec, which is behind me right now. I really want to move it. Not sure if this is going to get recorded. That's the only reason I'm saying it, but here we go. All right. Something like this. I'm trying to figure out a funky new way to mount this inverter box on here. We're gonna see what we can do to come up with it. Who we got in the live right now? Shout yourself out. You are the official first viewer of a MINIWHIPS live. The first one. How does it feel? How does it feel to be the first viewer ever on a MINIWHIPS live? Must feel pretty good. We need my scissors. Where did I put my scissors? I should probably charge up my camera because it is like dying. Oh, Scooter Kid, what up, brother? What up, what up? There's some duct tape on it. I would, honestly. I'm trying to find my scissors. If I could find those, it'd make my life a lot easier right now. There we go. There we go. Scooter Kid from LCRC. My brother. It's like arts and crafts time right now. Might melt. Oh, this foam? We're hoping that it doesn't. We're hoping, but no promises. It could melt. There's definitely a possibility for it, for sure. But we're gonna hope that it doesn't. That's the goal. Why won't you stay? Thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so let's see how we can do this. It's a little too close right there. We gotta brainstorm this one out a little bit. It's gonna be one of those. I like this right here. think this will actually, this might work, but what I didn't do. Let's put the plugs the other way. Put that on the ground for now. How many people we got in here right now? We got 2 you guys. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it, dog. I appreciate that big time. It's definitely feels good to know that people actually like your content. I think this is a nice little brace we got going on here, guys. The zip tie brace. I don't know what it is, man. Zip ties and me are best friends. Me and razors, man, we go way back. Me, zip ties, and razors. We go back before I was on the ENC team, man. That's where it all started. That is where it all started. So now, like, this is totally gonna stay. There's no question about that. Like, even with all the abuse I put through my bikes. But the real question here is if it'll stay and look good and feel good with the plastics where it is. The plastics are finicky. That's where things do get very finicky, guys. So if you guys are interested in a Pro Spec, these things are sick, man. If you guys are razor guys, which I'm assuming if you're on this channel, you're watching this live, most of you guys are, so you already know. But man, they did a great job here with this bike. It really is something. Right now I'm just unplugging this stuff and putting it in a little more dedicated area to see if our inverter box right here has got some good placement. Cause I like this. This looks really, really factory. No bueno. Not even close, boys. Not even close. Well, doesn't that suck? I thought that was totally gonna work. Trials and tribulations, I guess. Just sits too much over the seat height. So we're gonna have to figure out something else. Two more zip ties. Done. My battery's still plugged in. Definitely don't do anything with your battery plugged in. What time is it right now? It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning, guys. And I'm still editing, shooting. So another thought, this is just a thought again. Let me clamp this guy up. Let's put this here. Put this, get everything tidied up. So I'm thinking maybe right over in this area, that might be kind of efficient. There's so much room in the there's so much room in this little airbox area, if you will. It seems like it'll be kind of a good spot to put it. Again, I don't want it like up over by the battery box. I just think that looks super ugly. And that's kind of the reason I haven't been running it, is because I'm low-key thinking of a spot where I can put this freaking thing. In theory, right here, kind of tucked against there would actually work, according to my my minor calculations here. Now, my minor calculations can only go so far as the plastics can be put on. The hard thing about this too is nothing's really like proper in place. That's super factory. I like that. I like that. Actually work those. Obviously those wires won't be hanging out down there. No, it still doesn't want to. Alright, never mind. That doesn't work. Huh. If only this inverter box was this big. That I don't want there. Alright, well, I have an idea. I came to the conclusion of what we're going to do. So we put foam around the inverter box. As you can see, that's why it's red. So, what I'm going to do is, with the foam that we put around that box, there's zip ties holding it on. So what we can do essentially is make a loop through these zip ties. Problem solving, guys. That's the biggest thing. And then we're gonna mount this right here. So it more or less can hover. It'll still have gap. It's not gonna damage any wires or touch any wires. That's the goal. That is the goal here. I do want to run a light, you know. Gets dark early out here nowadays in upstate New York. Alright, let me read some comments. What do we got, guys? What do we got? Oh, what's the phone for? I was thinking about mounting it above the battery, but like just for aesthetic purposes, I really don't want to. The controller, am I worried about the controller getting wet? No, this is the factory mounting position from our team, so this is kind of how we run them. And yeah, this, no, I'm not too worried about this. The foam, I think, is gonna, it's more or less protecting because this CDI box is aluminum, so it's, you know, kind of abrasive. It can damage wires pretty easily. So that's what we want to avoid, obviously. Let's see. Okay. In theory, this should work. Again, this is our third in theory throughout this whole YouTube live, boys. If this doesn't work, we got some serious brainstorming to do. We're just gonna tuck these little flanges real quick. Test fit our plastics. Please work. It works. Woohoo. We're good. And we are not. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be too floppy. It's gonna be held in there okay. I have some pushing going on here though. Doesn't seem correct. And it's not. Oh, it's from the zip ties there. Okay, alright, that makes sense. Okay. Alright, so the slight push up that I have on this plastics is actually those cross member zip ties that I have going on there. But they, it actually, I don't think it's going to be an issue. It's going to add a little bit of stress onto this, which is actually going to tighten everything up, which is pretty good. And what I can do to tighten things up even more, we can clip off our excess here. One of the scariest things ever is clipping off excesses, because at least with e-bikes, you never know. No, you never know. You have to be extra careful on what you're cutting. Let's just put it that way. For my guys that don't know, that are in here. Nice, dude. We got our box mounted. It's got plenty of room from the rest of the controller, so any excess heat will be taken away, which is awesome. We have 30,000 unused zip ties. Not awesome. But actually, we can reuse a few of these. This one right here. Recycle, reuse, reduce. Nice, dude. This is really good. This is a really good, ended up working out. Secures it up big time too. Wow, look at us go. MINIWHIPS on top. And for you guys that don't know, we are gonna actually, I'm not gonna have a step-by-step, obviously, on what we did, but you'll get the gist on how we did it on the YouTube video that we are gonna have coming out, that we're in the process of filming as we speak. So, for any of you guys that didn't really get the gist here, because I didn't really go over it very, very well, it will be on YouTube, so don't fret, don't yell at me, don't yell at MINIWHIPS, man. Oh yeah, we're dialed here, boys. We are freaking dialed. Awesome. Okay, let's see what kind of questions we got here. Is the truck on my channel yours? Yeah, that's my new whip, brother. But yo, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining this live. This is our first ever live, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Let me give you guys a little update and show you guys what exactly we did here so you guys can see. We did the cross members, and then we essentially did a cross member on the actual box. Tied them two together. Still has enough room from the actual controller, as you can see. Wire tuck job is kind of mediocre, but whatever, it works. It's gonna work, it will work. And then these wires will kind of have up over here, leading on under here. But we're all good. Thanks for joining this live. We'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, Beam is hey. What's up? We'll see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for the newest video.